Diving into Sándor Márai's narrative is like opening a window to the human soul. His works do not settle for merely depicting emotions. They dissect, analyze, and expose them in all their complexity. Originally published in 1941, Portraits of a Marriage is a brilliant example of this talent. This novel is not only a profound analysis of human relationships, but also a fascinating reflection of European society during a turbulent historical moment. Love, disenchantment, and class tensions converge here in a literary tapestry of unparalleled richness. One of the first things that sets Portraits of a Marriage apart is its narrative structure. Far from following a linear approach, Márai divides the novel into 3 interior monologues, each told from the perspective of a key character. This narrative technique not only provides impressive psychological depth, but also reflects how human experiences are subjective and fragmented. Each of these monologues offers a different version of the same story, as if each character were sharing their truth with an unseen interlocutor. This approach compels the reader to become an emotional detective, deciphering contradictions and nuances between the various accounts. This narrative style not only enriches the reading experience but also reinforces one of the novel's central themes, the impossibility of fully understanding others. At the heart of Portraits of a Marriage are 3 characters whose voices build the narrative. The wife. The portrait of the perfect woman. The first monologue belongs to the wife, whose account is steeped in resentment and disillusionment. She presents herself as the epitome of virtue, a loyal, dedicated, and seemingly perfect woman. However, as her story unfolds, cracks begin to show in this idealized image. Her marriage, which should have been a union based on love and understanding, has become an emotional battlefield. The wife is a complex character who oscillates between pride and self-pity. Her account highlights how social and cultural expectations shape relationships and how the desire to be the perfect woman can become an unbearable burden. Márai uses her voice to explore themes such as sacrifice, pride, and the pain of feeling misunderstood. The husband, the alienated partner. The second monologue belongs to the husband, a man caught between his desire for authenticity and societal conventions. His narrative is marked by profound dissatisfaction, both with his marriage and with himself. Through his perspective, Márai delves into the conflict between duty and desire, between the quest for personal freedom and the constraints imposed by society. The husband is a character seemingly on the verge of revelation, yet incapable of reaching it. His story is a heartbreaking portrait of alienation and emotional emptiness. His relationships with his wife and his lover become mirrors of his internal contradictions, revealing how we often project our frustrations onto others. The other woman, the transgressive lover. The final voice is that of the lover, who offers a completely different perspective. While the wife and husband are ensnared by societal conventions, the lover lives outside of them, allowing her to provide a rawer and more honest view of the relationship. Her narrative is filled with passion, but also with guilt and suffering. The lover is a character who defies norms, and in doing so, exposes societal hypocrisies. Her story raises fundamental questions about the nature of love and desire, as well as the consequences of living a life that defies societal expectations. Through her voice, Márai explores themes like freedom, transgression, and the cost of following one's own path. The central theme of Portraits of a Marriage is love, but Márai does not present it as a simple or idealized feeling. Instead, his novel is a meticulous examination of the multiple forms love can take: romantic love, possessive love, love as an ideal, and love as disillusionment. Through the characters' accounts, Márai explores how love can be both a source of joy and of suffering. One of the most fascinating aspects of the novel is how Márai uses the relationships between the characters to examine broader themes such as identity, authenticity, and justice. Is love something freely given, or is it always conditioned by our expectations and needs? What happens when the idealized projections of lovers do not align with reality? These questions, subtly yet powerfully posed, invite the reader to reflect on their own experiences and beliefs. Although the plot of Portraits of a Marriage focuses on emotions and personal relationships, the novel is also a detailed portrait of Europe during the interwar period. Márai, as a witness to this era, masterfully captures the tensions between tradition and modernity, between bourgeois values and revolutionary impulses. Class differences, for instance, play a crucial role in the novel, influencing the characters' decisions and conflicts. The historical setting adds an additional layer of depth to the narrative. The characters do not exist in a vacuum. Their lives are shaped by a rapidly changing world. This context reinforces the novel's themes, showing how social and cultural barriers can be both obstacles and excuses for personal choices. Sándor Márai's prose is one of the great strengths of Portraits of a Marriage. His writing is elegant, precise, and full of nuance. Every sentence is carefully crafted, inviting the reader to pause and reflect on the words. While Márai's style is deeply introspective, it also possesses a lyrical quality that makes the reading experience profoundly enriching. One of the most remarkable aspects of his style is his ability to capture the contradictions of human experience. Márai does not simplify or judge his characters. Instead, he presents them in all their complexity, allowing their flaws and virtues to coexist. This approach makes Portraits of a Marriage a deeply human work that resonates with readers on an emotional and intellectual level. Despite being written more than 80 years ago, Portraits of a Marriage remains profoundly relevant. The themes it addresses, love, alienation, social tensions, are universal and timeless. In a world where human relationships are increasingly complex and fragmented, Márai's exploration of emotions and connections holds renewed power. Moreover, the novel's polyphonic structure makes it especially suited to modern times, where the multiplicity of perspectives and voices is more important than ever. By presenting different versions of the same story, Márai reminds us that truth is always subjective, and that understanding others requires empathy and effort. Reading Portraits of a Marriage is embarking on an emotional and intellectual journey that challenges the reader to reflect on their own experiences and beliefs. The novel's polyphonic structure, with its multiple perspectives, offers a unique narrative experience that enriches understanding of the characters and central themes. It is a work that invites introspection and dialogue, providing a platform to explore fundamental questions about love, justice, and authenticity. The psychological depth of the characters is one of the novel's great virtues. Each voice offers a unique perspective, allowing the reader to experience the story from multiple angles. This narrative richness is further enhanced by Márai's elegant and precise style, which turns every page into a literary delight. Furthermore, Portraits of a Marriage serves as a gateway to Hungarian literature, a rich, often overlooked tradition. Reading Márai is discovering a unique voice in European literature, one that combines psychological introspection with a keen sense of history and culture. Portraits of a Marriage is a masterpiece that transcends the boundaries of time and culture. It is a novel that, through its innovative structure and profound exploration of human emotions, becomes a mirror for the reader. Upon closing the book, you will find yourself reflecting not only on the characters and their relationships, but also on yourself and your perceptions of love, justice, and life. If you are seeking a book that will challenge you, make you feel, and make you think, Portraits of a Marriage is an outstanding choice. Like all great works, it leaves an indelible mark, resonating long after it is finished. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this recommendation. Together, we form a community of readers united by the magic of reading and the adventure of discovering new stories. Thank you.